All right, if you're even thinking about getting into Forex trading, I need you to stop for a second. There's one question, one critical question you've got to ask yourself. And honestly, it's the most important one you'll ever face in this game.
All the charts, the strategies, the indicators, it's all just noise if you don't have this one thing sorted. At the end of the day, it all boils down to this. Is your hard-earned money actually safe? This is the one decision, the one thing you absolutely cannot afford to mess up. And let's be real here, the stakes are sky high. Your broker? They're not just some software you use. Nope, they are the gatekeeper of your cash. Making the right choice here is literally the difference between actually trading and just getting scammed out of your money. It's a very, very expensive lesson to learn the hard way. Okay, so how do you protect yourself? What's your first line of defense? Well, it's a word you're going to hear a lot: regulation. It sounds kind of boring and official, I know, but think of it as your personal shield. It's the whole system built for one reason and one reason only: to protect you. So, what even is regulation when we get down to it? Simple. It's the official rulebook for every Forex broker out there. And every single rule in that book, every line of text is all about one thing: protecting you, the trader. I mean, just look at what it's designed to do. It's there to protect you from hidden risks, shady business practices, market manipulation, and yeah, just plain old fraud. This isn't about making things complicated for the sake of it. It's about making sure the game is fair for everyone. Let's put it this way. Regulation is the watchdog. It's there to keep brokers honest. It's the thing that's supposed to stop the shady guys from doing, well, shady things with your cash. Okay, but here's where it gets a little tricky, and you really need to pay attention to this part. Just hearing the word regulated isn't enough. It doesn't automatically mean you're in the clear. Why? Because where a broker is regulated, well, that changes everything. And wow, this picture pretty much says it all, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the big players, the major financial hubs of the world, places like New York, London, Tokyo. And on the other side, well, a bunch of tiny, remote islands. Just that visual difference should be a huge clue about where the real safety is. So let's break this down a bit. You've got your strict jurisdictions, the US, the UK, Japan. It costs a lot of money, and they have a ton of tough rules to follow. That's good for you. It means more protection. Then you have the questionable spots. The rules are minimal, to say the least. It's super cheap and super easy for a company to call itself a broker there, and that, right there, should be a massive red flag. The source material had a great way of describing these weak regulators. They called them paper tigers. And that's perfect, isn't it? It looks big and scary, it might have a fancy logo and a slick website, but when push comes to shove, when you actually need protection, it's got no teeth. It's powerless. Yeah, a lot of these offshore places are basically just rubber stamping offices. Their whole job is to take a fee, print a piece of paper that says license, and that's it. There's no real oversight. They're not in the business of protecting you. They're in the business of selling the look of being legit. So what actually happens if you sign up with a broker who's got one of these paper tiger licenses, or worse, no license at all? Okay, this is where it gets really, really serious for your money. So you gotta ask, why would any broker choose to set up shop in one of these places? Well, the answer is pretty simple. It's easy. They get to dodge all the strict rules, they cut their costs way down, and they operate with basically no one looking over their shoulder. They can get a business up and running super fast, super cheap, maybe without even a real office. The whole point is to avoid being held accountable. So let's say you do some digging and you find out your broker is regulated on some tiny island you can't even find on a map, or they just can't prove they're regulated anywhere. What does that actually mean for you, for your money? This is it. This is the bottom line. If there is one thing, just one thing you take away from all this, let it be this slide right here. Without a proper, reputable regulator backing them up, you are completely 100% on your own. There is no safety net, none. And what does on your own really mean? It means if they take your money, there's no official place to complain. It means if they go bust, there's no compensation fund to help you. There's no one in the middle to help solve a fight. And it means you have absolutely zero power to get your money back if they just decide, hey, this is ours now. Okay, I know that was all pretty scary stuff, but here's the good news. You have all the power here. You can totally avoid this nightmare scenario. So let's flip this around and talk about the solution. Let's get into the simple, practical steps you can take to check out a broker and keep yourself safe. Here it is, your 4-step checklist. It's super easy. Step 1.
find their license or ID number. Any legit broker will have this right on their website. They'll be proud of it. Step 2, go to the official website of the regulator they mentioned. And I mean official. Don't click a link they give you, Google it yourself. Step 3, use the search bar on the regulator's site. Look up the broker's name or that ID number you found. And step 4, this is the most important part. Make sure the details on the regulator's site, the name, the address, everything, match exactly what the broker is telling you.
Now, want to know the gold standard for protection? Here's a pro tip. If you can, always pick a broker that's regulated in the country where you live. It just makes everything easier. You're both playing by the same rules, under the same laws, and that gives you the best possible protection if things go sideways.
All right, so you've done your homework, you've verified their license, you're almost there. But there is one final safety check that is just brilliant. Before you even think about sending them a big chunk of your money, you gotta take them for a test drive. I love this because it's so simple and so effective. Here's what you do. First, make a small deposit. We're talking really small. Second, pop open a few small trades just to get a feel for things. Third, and this is the key, request to withdraw your entire balance, all of it. Now, a good, honest broker will get that money back to you in a day or two, no problem. But if they stall, if they make up excuses, or if they try to pressure you to deposit more instead of withdrawing, that is a huge red flag. Get out of there. So look, here's what it all comes down to. Keeping your money safe in this market isn't about luck. It's about being smart and doing your homework. You've got the tools now. You've got the checklist. You know the strategy. The only question left is, who are you going to trust with your money?